You want to make golf as easy as possible. Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to take everything we learned from the iron swing, put it into the driver. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a little comment and let us know how you're getting on. Enjoy. Okay, so first things first, we've got to change our ball position. So obviously when we were setting up for those mid-iron shots, the ball was in the middle of our stance. So what we're going to do is we're going to redo our setup drill, okay? So we're going to bend from the hip, keeping everything straight. Then it's going to be a small step with the left foot and flare that out a little bit. And then a bigger step with the right foot and flare that out. Now what that does is that gets our head behind the ball, so we don't need to encourage too much of this, which could lead us to keeping too much weight on the back foot. The head's already behind the ball, which will allow us to get that upward strike as we come into impact. Okay, so the next thing we want to consider is the plane of the golf club as we swing it back with the driver. So obviously with 8-iron we talked about this 45-degree angle, keeping that match throughout the swing. Now driver's different, okay, it's longer and it's further away, so the angle is slightly different. It's probably more in the 30s somewhere. So we want to keep this angle matched throughout the swing. So if we go take away, and as we set, you see that it's a lot flatter than where the 8-iron would have been. Okay, so that's that 30-ish degree angle match. So then as we want to get this to the top, we want to see that this left arm is going across the shoulder line. If I stay in posture, you can see that it's going across my shoulder line. And the club is a little laid off, but that's okay. As long as the wrist angle matches the club face, which it will if you've got your grip right and the rest of your setup, then you're going to be in a good position at the top. Now we need to talk about the downswing. Okay, so the feeling on the downswing is very similar to the iron, except we just need a little more stretch. Okay, so I'm going to really focus on keeping my chest facing back here as I start to separate and transfer that weight into the left side, as you can see. Now yes, that's going to pull my body open, but I am doing everything I can to resist that from happening so that I can keep the club in this position here, so that once I get my hips back to the ball and the club almost get into delivery position, I can then snap, get that upward strike and get into that finish position. So as you can see, like, it's not changing much. So there's a few different setup changes and a few slightly different feels through the swing, but the swing is very much the same. The movements are the same, they're just changed slightly. Okay, so let's hit a few shots here. Now I'm really going to focus on that ball position being forward, focusing on keeping this angle, separation, and then through to impact and the follow through. Feels good. But anyway, that's not what you came to see. You came to see if I can do it with the driver, and I'm going to show you. Yeah, so it's not just any driver. It's probably my favorite driver of all time. I think it was in the 2008 Tiger Woods game, so love it. Now I've got one from the start. So ball position, set up in ball position, legs out, arms out, bend from the hip, small step, flare, bigger step. Switch those hands over, Mike, you're not swinging right-handed. And let's see if we can match that angle, create that separation, and through. Give it a whirl. That was fun, but I've got a cramp in my foot. Enjoyed that strike. So it's really about, like, before you hit every shot, it's really about trying to create feels, especially if you're not great at driving. Get your grip in position, get your setup into position, take away, hinge, keep it on plane, up to the top with a stretch, separate, keep the chest back, and then snap. Also pick your target line so you can find out what direction you're losing it to, which you shouldn't be if you get everything right. Okay, good swing. A little bit left, nearly said right, because for me when it goes off it's right, but everything's reversed. Feels again, take away, hinge, turn, drive, through, release. Good swing. Okay guys, as well then try and hit a couple slower like this, so just even pausing in your position. So once you're in setup, go to take away, make sure that's square to your plane, hinge, turn, feel that, really feel the sequence on the way down, and you're not letting your arms and your upper body fly over to hit the ball. You got to leave them behind as the lower body transitions and pushes pressure onto the front foot. Practice them in slow-mo. That's better. I'm just gonna go for 2 or 3 more slow-mos, getting the feel. It's better. Struggling to release it a little bit. I don't know if that's because this is my weaker hand and it's not quite getting the release, but I'm sure I can try and get it to release more here through into my finish position. Got the release but lost the club. Let's try and match it together. Oh, nearly. Nearly got the draw. Alright, let's put it all together. There it is. Pumped. Like it? Ross likes it. One more. You could Sasquatch it, could you? Nice. Oh, nearly. Just didn't release it. Come on, we gotta get one good one before we go. There it is. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a wee tiger fit. It feels good. Anyway, guys, there you go. It's possible. It's doable. Just take everything you've learned from the first 3 videos, adjust it slightly for driver like I've talked about in this video, and go ahead and enjoy hitting some bombs. And make sure you subscribe. Leave us a little comment, let me know how you're getting on, because I know a lot of you are trying this. Also, leave the video a little like, really helps us out, and see you in the next one.